Hey, there we go. Hi, hey everyone, and welcome to Hooping Live. We are super excited because we have announcements and stuff about Florida Flowfest. Most people already know because I announced to the winners last week, but we will talk about that in a little bit. For those of you who don't know, this is Hooping Live. We have our show every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time where we talk about hooping and other random things that have to do with health, happiness, and cats. So, it's true, actually. So, awkward. Just kidding, that's not awkward. Cats are not awkward. But anyway, so yes, I will introduce you to my lovely hoop girl. What? It's like you're like my wingman. No, you're not my wingman. This is Jenna, everyone. Jenna.
Hi guys, as Audrey said, I'm Jenna. I've been hooping for like 3 years now. I'm local to like Lawrence, Kansas, Overland Park, Kansas City, all the usual stuff. I guess I will just not talk anymore and do a quick demo. And if you see me do anything in my demo that you would like a tutorial on, you can always leave questions in the comments down below and try to be as specific as possible if it's like a certain move that I do.
Cool. Thanks, Jenna. Love that hoop. Nice. Beautiful.
Woo.
Sometimes walls are abusive. That was sick. Your arms move in mysterious ways. I meant that to sound kind of like romantic-ish.
You can thank Baxter for that.
Yeah. Oh, did she freeze or am I crazy? Oh, nope, she's not frozen.
All right. There we go.
Gorgeous. Thanks so much, pal. Love it. Awesome. Thanks, Jenna. So yeah, as Jenna said, if you guys see anything that she did that you're interested in learning, let us know and we will try to guide you through it. But like she said, be specific because sometimes her and I are not hip on the lingo. Is it lingo or lango?
Lingo.
Linguistics. Anyway, so I'll do a demo too. For those of you who don't know who I am Audrey, also known as Audrey in the hooping community and on YouTube. I've been hooping for a little over I think it's actually like 5 years now. Right? I don't know. I can't, hold on. I'm focusing. 18, 19, 20, 22. Yeah, like 5 years. Whoa.
Wow.
Wait, no. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yes. 5 years. Okay, stop talking about this. Woo, blah, blah. Anyway, so I'll do a demo. We are totally on our speaking game today.
Heck yeah.
Testing all of you. Every last one of you. Oh, guess what, Jenna?
What?
Dylan said that we can use his music on our show, copyright free.
Nice.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
Always good.
Yeah. Okay. I won't do the butt thing. I'm gonna do the butt thing. I feel like no one else noticed that.
Nice. That was beautiful.
Okay. Oh, no. Dun-dun. Okay. Now I'm done. Alrighty.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Okay. So that was Hooping Live. Thanks for watching, everyone. Just kidding. It's not. I'm dying. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna just like do this thing where Jen and I kind of talk non-hooping for a couple minutes in the beginning of the show and just kind of talk about what we're up to and let us know what you're up to. If anything awesome's happened in any of y'all's lives that you want to announce, like babies, marriage, a new job, feel free to do it. And you can also ask us anything that you want to ask as long as it's appropriate. Well, levels of appropriate. Depends on what you define as appropriate. But anyway, and you can, of course, we'll help you with anything you're working on in the hooping world, or if you just want to shout out to someone, this is live, obviously, hence the name, and we can voice what you want to say, which is cool. So speaking of voices, actually this has nothing to do with voices, the video that I made, we've talked about it now, I know, every like past show for like 3 weeks, but we something really weird happened to the video. Jenna, did you hear about the German guy?
No.
So there is like a semi-famous German celebrity that well I'll introduce him in a second. Not him. Ooh. Well, I wouldn't like to say no to it, but anyway, the person that found the video, I'll let him explain a little bit more. But anyway, so this German guy found the video and somehow managed to record it, or he downloaded it because I found it on some site that you can like download videos. I don't know how they got it on there, but anyway, he copied the video and then posted it on his page so it could get more likes, and it like, you know, he has over 1 million people on his page, so it got views again. Everything's in German, but that's okay. I can read most of it, but not all of it. So I don't think a lot of it was nice, but German just kind of sounds mean always. Not always. I'm talking so much. But it was interesting, and I'm going to let Andrew take it away about whatever. I forgot what we're talking about.
Oh, he's muted.
Oh, he's muted. Okay, well then I'll talk some more. Actually,
okay, can you hear me now there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, as you were saying, Audrey, I'll give you the story of what actually happened. I was on my Facebook, and I noticed that one of my friends had shared your video. So I thought, oh, okay, you know, this is cool. It's starting to really get legs. You know, someone's shared this who I know. And I clicked on the video to have a look at it, and all of the replies were in German. So instantly I was like, okay, this is really weird. This is crazy. What's going on here? And when I then clicked on the actual replies, and I had a look at who created the video, it wasn't your account, and the video was really grainy, so it wasn't your actual video, which was a lot more high quality. So someone had seemingly taken like a handy cam or something, taken video of your video, uploaded onto their page in German, and all of the comments and everything were in German. So I kind of figured they're like, because I can't read German, but I was thinking they've either taken your video and they're trying to claim it as their own, or they've just, instead of clicking the share button like 100,000 other people have done, they've decided to record it and put it up under their name. So that's when I sort of contacted you and said, hey, Audrey, check this out. This is a bit crazy.
Mm-hmm. And I was definitely shocked when I saw that. And it wasn't like, the shock was just that he recorded it, and he had done that with like all these posts. I went to his page, and it's a bunch of people, and he's like taken popular videos or whatever, or popular content, and he'll take it as his own and then post it so he can get a bunch of exposure, which I can't, it's kind of genius, but kind of, I was a little offended.
Well, what would he actually get out of that? I mean, does he get a thrill out of seeing all of these likes and shares, even though it's not actually his content? That
Probably.
kind of is weird.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
Did
I
he
don't know what
leave
you would
in
get
like
out of that.
his version of the video? Did he like leave in at the end where it says like Hooping Live Monday nights?
Mm-hmm. Thank God.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
at
he
least
did. We
that's
spoke to
still in
Craig.
it.
That's what Craig said.
Yeah, if he hadn't done that, he would have felt the wrath of Craig, which is not
That's
fun.
what Craig said. Craig said it's a little bit crazy, but don't worry about it. He left in the, the logos and stuff, which is, from his side, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he didn't do that, Craig would have been all up on that guy.
Oh yeah, that would not have been fun. Yeah, I'm super happy that I know it was like a little cheesy to put that in the end, but I'm really glad that we did it. Craig was the one that recommended us do that, and I'm really glad that that happened, because that totally brought so many of you here, which is great. I'm always interested, are there any non-hoopers watching right now? If you have the ability to comment, you should comment and tell me if you're like just a non-hooper or whatever. I'm kind of interested to know who watches the show. It would be cool if I could see all of you, but definitely can't.
I'm not really a hooper, but I just like to take interest. It's interesting and different.
Cool, yeah, that's awesome. That's who we are. Andrew, did you have anything else that you wanted to talk about with the show or anything?
Not really. Just wanted to sort of say that it's fantastic what you guys do, and it's a bit of a breath of fresh air. It's just something a little bit different, something cool to watch, and it's just something that for most people who haven't seen it before, it's something that sort of glues you in a little bit and just makes you feel a bit free. Obviously, you guys feel that while you're doing it, but for those people watching it, it's it's cool. It's a lot of fun.
Well, thank you. Well,
before you go, can you tell the viewers about Zarfo and what it's about?
Okay, sure, Craig. I've got an app called Zarfo, and Zarfo is a live video platform that we launched earlier this year, and you can download it on iOS, and you can do a live broadcast from anywhere you are. And we also recently launched a new app called Rewind, RWND, which is also in the App Store. And you take 2 seconds of video and it goes forward and backwards, and it's a whole lot of fun. So that's what we've been doing, Craig, with Zarfo and Rewind that we just launched. And yeah, it keeps me pretty busy over here in Melbourne, Australia.
Cool. Can you make sure that Audrey still has the username Audrey? I registered it in the beginning, but I don't know if she still has it or not.
okay.
Yeah, I actually did that for both.
Hooping.
Thanks.
Hooping.
Thanks, Andrew.
Let's
Thanks.
get back to hooping. All right, thanks,
guys.
guys. Appreciate you having me on, Audrey. I'll chat to you later on.
Okay, you can stay in the show if you want.
Yeah?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. I'll sit in for a little bit.
Yeah, do it. All right, so we do have some comments I want to get to, and then announce some stuff, and then yeah. Anyway, so Carly J, hey, says, can you go over folding? It always looks so stupid when I do it. I drop the hoop all the time and I'm fumbling around to catch it or something. Not pretty. That's kind of ironic because fumbling and dropping is exactly what folding is. And Jenna is nodding right now. She is, because it's exactly what it is. For those of you who don't know, I say that so much. Someone should tally it. Jenna and I are both hoop pathers, which means we go by the way of the hoop path. Jonathan Baxter, Livingston, so many names, so many syllables. Kind of is like the folding god. I think he actually invented it, if I'm not mistaken, somehow. But anyway, folding, and Jenna's really good, so I'm gonna kind of make this short. But folding typically looks kind of like this. Whoa. What it is, it's folding the hoop across a plane of the body, and kind of typically not holding onto the hoop. You can, but what Baxter does is always has kind of open palms and just kind of like flails the hoop around. But that's exactly what it is. It is literally, when he teaches the class, he talks about how you just kind of let the hoop maneuver itself around your body. So if I do this and the hoop lands here, I can bring it around this way, grab it here, come around. It's just kind of whatever you want it to be, but it takes a lot of practice, so don't get discouraged. I'm still not very good at folding, but you just have to practice and see what works for you. And also figure out what kind of folding that you want to do. Do you want to do it where it's all open palm, or do you want to do it where it's just, you're just kind of grabbing the hoop and doing a little bit more controlled movement? So, Jenna, do you want to give it a quick little run through?
Yeah, for sure. Just like Audrey said, there are like different kinds of folding. Path, we learn a lot of opening, and one of the really common ones you see is what Audrey showed, which is this like no-handed smear, I think is what it's called technically, but it is folding as well, and you can always bring it off. And this whole time I'm keeping it open in practice, and it is flailing and dropping the hoop and messing up, and that is just kind of folding all together. There is also an off-body fold I really like to do. It's like to take it off chest hooping. I'll be like pedaling and breaking, fold off. And that's just like a simple arm fold. So I'll do it again. I'm paddling and breaking, and when I push the hoop with my right hand, I'm going to go out and catch it like this, and then use the pressure to fold it off my body like that. And that way, it's like a good transition move from on body to off body, and it looks really cool. So I'll do it again. I'm paddling and breaking.
Jenna, you should talk about also when your arm's going out. Okay, yeah. So when Jenna's doing that, kind of see how her arm is. Jenna, can you hold the hoop when it go out and then just hold it? Yeah, so see how she has points of contact there? Those are the basic points of contact on the arm and on kind of that wrist area. Yep. So see, yeah, so she's using that to push, and pushing is primarily how you get the folding to work. Come back. Yeah. Cool.
I'm not like super into folding. I know a lot of people who I went to Hoop Path KC with have gotten very into folding, but I'm not a folder.
A foldist. It's hard. It's really not the easiest thing in the world to do, I'll tell you that much. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take a break on the comments for just a second, and I want to talk about last week how we had a very awesome spur in the moment. Spur? Is it spur? Spare?
Yes.
Spur of the moment.
Spur of the moment. Yeah, spur.
Spur. I love your accent. Where we decided we were going to do a scholarship and send someone to Florida Flowfest. And we had some really, really awesome entries. And thank you so much for those of you who entries, because yeah, it was awesome. So anyway, we pretty much said what is flow to someone, and people sent in videos, and I'm happy to announce, and he already knows, so maybe I should wait to the show, but I was so excited to tell him I couldn't not, is Will Weimer.
Oh, he's such a good hooper. Oh.
Yes, he is very, very good, and he's super sweet, and he's super grateful, and I found out that he has family that lives here, so he gets to see his family, so we're super happy to have him. So congratulations, Will. And then we also have 2 other contenders that are getting free tickets to Flowfest. If they can make it here, great, and if not, that's okay, but they did get free tickets, and because we didn't want, like, you know, them to be sad or anything. I forgot, where are the names? I had them written down, and then I forgot them. 1 second, I will tell you shortly. Contacting those 2 people with a secret passcode to get their tickets. But I will tell you shortly because I really can't find them. Okay, moving forward. Comments. Okay, next comment says, from Ashley Perosu, what size hoops do you guys use most of the time? Jenna, do you want to go ahead and take that away?
Yeah, I primarily work with 2 hoops. Let me grab them. I've got this shine hoop right here. Oh, and I will say all of my day hoops are all from Hoop Mamas. You can find them on Etsy. We've had them on the show before. I personally know Allie Fitzgerald, who runs Hoop Mamas, and she's a wonderful lady, one of my good friends. Also works for her. Great hoops, very affordable as well. And if you live in the Lawrence, Kansas area or kind of around, you free pickup from the shop. Anyways, these 2 hoops that I use, this shine is like roughly a 35, and it has a shine tape, a clear tape over it, and then a line of gaffer in the middle. So it is a little bit heavier than like a normal poly, which makes it really good for like a hoop, which is what I use it for. And then I also have this blue poly here, which I just found out that this color poly has been discontinued from the Hoop Mama shop, so I'm going to love it and cherish it forever. But this is a 36, and it's much lighter. There is no tape on this at all. It is just sanded on the inside. Anyways, that is a 36, and that's how, like, kind of I roughly. You're not getting any video?
Nope.
Wow.
What you were saying, we could see in our heads, right, everyone? Everyone just nod and agree with me. Yeah, Jenna, you are like super frozen, like more than the movie. So
great.
If you wanna maybe refresh.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. But yeah, thanks, Jenna. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes we get a little, glitchy. That's live television for you. So anyway, my size hoop I use most of the time is, I actually have it right here, are these guys. They're all primarily the same size. 30 to 32 inches is primarily what I use. I do like kind of more close to 32. I like them bigger. Nope, that doesn't work. I like bigger hoops to use. And
Audrey, that's a good-looking hoop. Where'd that one come from?
With this one?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I always use this one. Oh, I get what you're doing. I got this hoop from Bonnie Brown. For those of you who don't know, tally it. I said it again. This is Bonnie Brown's hoop, and Jen and I have actually the same hoop, right?
I think maybe, is yours Moonrise over clear poly, or is it over a blue poly?
It's a blue glow in the dark.
See, mine is Moonrise over a clear poly, so it's the same tape but just different tubes underneath.
Yeah, so it is a glow-in-the-dark poly with color-changing tape, and I use the magical Velcro tape that sticks to clothes really nicely and skin, and you can get that on outworkspiral.net, and there's actually a code for Hooping Live viewers to get hoops, which is awesome. And what's the code again, Craig? It's Hooping Live?
So, yeah.
Hooping Live
Absolutely. Yep.
on outwardspiral.net. You can find her links on hoopinglive.com. We do have a website.
Yeah, and we have the code right there on hoopinglive.com. So if they ever forget, they can just go to hoopinglive.com. We have the link and the code right there.
Do
Okay,
you guys
great.
have multiple hoops yourselves? And what would you recommend for a hoop for someone who's just beginning?
That question is actually really hard because, I mean, you need when you first start, you need like a big hoop, but it depends on your body size and you know, kind of what you're trying to accomplish. When I started with like a 42-inch giant, really heavy hoop, and then all of a sudden that phase where the hoops were getting smaller and smaller and smaller hit, and I think it kind of happens now. I don't know how it happened, but my hoops just kept getting smaller and smaller, and I was hooping with like a 28-inch hoop for a while, and then I just moved back up. So the hoop sizes kind of fluctuate on what you're trying to do. I always suggest big hoops for on body and smaller hoops for off body. And you just have to play. That's really not like a question that you can have the right answer to. You gotta just try different sizes and shapes and whatnot. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. Unity of the Hula Hoopers on Facebook. What? Hold on, I'm confused. Never mind, not confused anymore. All right. Jenna Hudson says, how do you guys deal with things in your life that affect your flow? Things happening recently that have been impacting me stress-wise. And I feel like when I try to hoop lately, I just can't find my flow the last couple of days. It's very frustrating. Any tips? That's actually a really good question. You know, people, when you first start hooping, you know, you do it a lot, and I know a lot of people still do it like a lot. Anyway, I don't hoop every day, honestly. I don't. Sometimes I go a couple days without hooping, and then sometimes I have like 4-hour sessions, and sometimes I just hoop while I'm on the phone or something like that. It makes me sad that people sometimes feel pressured to hoop every day or they won't get good. It's just, you know, it's something that just you kind of have to do at your own pace and your own, the way that you're meant to do it, like your life path, your hoop path. And that's just kind of what you want to do. So don't tell yourself, oh, well, if Baxter hoops 2 hours a day, I'll be able to hoop just like Baxter. Or if I have the same hoop size and exact same hoop as Jenna, I'll be able to hoop like Jenna. It's just, you kind of have to, like, that whole inner dancer thing that Jenna and I always talk about. It's kind of like that. You just kind of need to, like, work with it. But tips is just get a bucket of ice cream and sit on your couch and watch a movie and cry, and don't pressure yourself to find flow. If it's not there that day, it's not there that day, and that's okay. Don't let that like bring you down. Sometimes it's like with golf. Sometimes I go out and I play golf. Sometimes I hit it really good, and sometimes I really don't, and it just rolls across the ground. I don't know why. And that's my tip. Jenna, do you have any?
Well, I know when, at least this for me, when I have stuff that's happening in my life that is like sad or is like making me upset or depressed or anxious or anything like that, I have kind of like trained my brain to like forget every single little, and hooping has become very therapeutic for me. And I know I'm not the only one. Like, I know there are a lot of people out here who feel the same way as I do. But if it's something that does affect my hooping, like where I'm upset to the point where I don't even want to touch my hoops, then that's just what I do. I just don't hoop for a couple days. And like Audrey said, you don't have to practice every single day. When I started hooping, I practiced every day just because I was really excited about it. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to hoop every day. And it was great. And now it's like I hoop for like 10 minutes every other day or something like that. And if it's nice outside, I will go outside and like get down and really flow, or I'll have like a good like small space flow session in here. But that's not like a daily thing anymore, especially because I'm in school and I've got a job that I have to balance: school, job, hooping live, personal life, sleep, eating, homework. Like college is a time of like really tough choices. So yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Jenna. That's awesome. That was a good question and good answer. Jenna is a very wise soul. So let's get through these comments. Okie dokie, where are we? Artichoke. Carly J commented again and said, I scuffed my color changing polypro. The clear protective tape is torn. Any tips for fixing this? I tried clear nail polish, but it did nothing. I don't know if you can fix that. I don't think that you can fix it. I mean, you can maybe try to remove the tape and clean it off and sand it, that spot that got messed up, and then kind of retape it a little bit and try to blend the tape somehow. I don't know. Does that make sense, Jenna?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know if this is the case for like everyone's hoop with shine tape on it, but like with mine, you can't even really see it right now, but mine is very torn up on the outside just from use. And pretty much anywhere where the clear protective tape has peeled up, the shine tape has peeled up as well. So like Audrey said, I really feel like the only way to fix it is going to be to tape over it, like just put another layer on, or taking it completely off.
Yeah.
I would maybe suggest contacting the person you bought it from and like just shooting them a message and being like, hey, what do you think I should do? Like, can you help me out? Like, especially because if you're a returning customer, like, chances are they're going to cut you a deal on it, you know? It never hurts to ask.
That's a good point. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Jenna. So hopefully that works for you. Oh, and by the way, guys, when we answer your questions, don't hesitate to reply to what we said. Like, what did you mean when you said this, or whatever. So don't feel like you can't comment back. And if we don't get to your comments, which we probably might not be able to tonight, but if we do, we will always try to answer them afterwards. I do want to say one quick disclaimer while there's a lot of you watching. In a boastful way, I have been getting a lot of messages and comments and friend requests from that video. And if I don't reply, it's not because I'm like ignoring you or am like not interested. It's just it's very overwhelming because I do feel the need to reply to everyone for some reason. And then if like Jenna has questions, send them to her and whatnot. And same with Bonnie, but there's just a lot of them right now because of that video and people seeing Hooping Live. And so if you've sent me a message or if you've sent Jenna a message, she probably hasn't gotten it because I haven't been able to forward them to her yet. But I will get to them slowly but surely. My manager is like literally on me every day about it. I'm trying to get through them all. But yeah, just if you did send me something, I'm sorry if I haven't replied yet, but I will. Pinky promise. And if I don't, it's probably because I didn't see it. But I will look really hard for it. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that because I when I repeatedly send celebrities emails and they don't email me back, I'm like, they're just probably busy. I'm not a celebrity. That was just trying to make a joke. I was just trying to or not even that. Friends. Shh. I can't believe I just said that. I didn't mean it like that, guys. I swear. I was just trying to, because I wrote a personal letter once. It wasn't a celebrity. It's actually a person that wrote a really great book, that you guys probably, Ted Andrews, he writes books on like crystals and stuff. I wrote him a letter and he like didn't write back, and then he did write back and it was awesome, but it just took a while. It's a really good story. I'll save it for another day. Okay, comments. Oh, okay, so I'm like, do you guys ever watch series on Netflix, and then after you watch it for a long amount of time, you start kind of acting like a character on the show, or like, you too?
Yep. Yep. Even with like good movies, that happens.
That's what's happening right now to me. I've been watching New Girl, and it's like the awkward. Sorry, I just got a really funny text. Paying attention. Yes, catastrophic. Catastrophe. I can read. Yeah, I've been watching New Girl, and it kind of makes. That is a really funny series, by the way, guys. I binge watched it. And it's really sad when it ends, but I'm glad to know I'm not alone, Jenna. Thank you. You're a good. Okay, so anyway, Jean Hudson says, by the way, Audrey, your shirt is adorable. Thank you. If you guys haven't seen it, it's like a cat laser beam eyes.
Nice.
You guys get it? Cat. That's true. Boom. All right, so Kimberly Kessinger. We're really sorry. Says that's actually a really confusing last name. All the letters blend together. I'm not dyslexic. Yes, I am. Affordable hoop classes in the Illinois area. I've been dying to take one, and I don't even know where to look. You can literally Google this stuff now and find things so easily. It used to be so hard to find hoop jams and like anything else that was going on, but nowadays it's pretty easy. You can go to hooping.org. You can go to hoopcity.ca, I think it is. Is it CA?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can like type in areas and stuff to find hoopers and other local hoopers. And then also Unity of the Hula Hoopers. If you guys don't know that page, that has a really large community in it, and you can find a lot of stuff there. So you can always do a post there about it. Or if there's no classes, I also suggest maybe trying to find a hoop jam or something, because sometimes those are better than classes because you can just be around a lot of flow and stuff. But I don't know any classes or if they're affordable. Jenna, do you?
No, I would have suggested the same thing. Go to Hoop City, go to Unity Blue Hooper. I also know Allie Padiak. I don't really know if I'm saying her last name right, but it's like Feather Hoops Allie. I know she lives in the kind of area, and she posts a lot about like meeting people in certain areas, like to meet up and like have like a little jam with. So if you haven't friended her on Facebook or whatever, go do it. She accepted my friend request, so she's like every other hooper on Facebook. We just say, hey, you're a hooper, I'll be your friend on Facebook. But yeah.
I totally do that. If there's like a hoop in the picture, I'm like, okay.
That's how I filter my friend requests. Like if your Facebook profile picture or like your cover photo has to do with hooping, or if like I can see on your profile that you're a hooper, I'll friend you. But like if you just look like a normal person, I probably am not going to accept your friend request.
And that's Jenna in all of her honesty. Okay, so, oh, by the way, I found the names. Sorry. Danielle Kloss, Jennifer McConnon, and Joanne, ... No, I don't know the last name. Joanne. I will find out. And Joanne, if you're the Joanne that made a video for the contest, you got a free ticket. And so did you, Danielle Kloss and Jennifer McConnell. Anyway, moving on, we'll answer a few more comments, and then we need to wrap the show. Let's see here. I can see, nope, that's us. Rachel Nordman says, I live in a pretty rural area with absolutely new hoop friends. I live in a pretty rural area with absolutely new hoop friends.
Probably should have like
no hoop friends. Idea suggestions to find some, like the last thing we just said, hooping.org, Unity of the Hula Hoopers, go to forums, and hoopcity.ca. You can find people in your area. Gianna Hudson. I've said it like 3 times differently tonight. I'm really sorry. Gina Hudson says, Unity the Hula Hoopers on Facebook! Exclamation point. Yes, we like that page. That's actually a really awesome page. I feel like I need to be like in communication with that page more because we talk a lot about it on the show.
Like, hey, let's work out a deal.
I know, right? You like us, we'll like you back. Jamie Lee says, hi, Audrey. Can you break down your two-handed isolation? I think it might be ghosting isolation. And also, could you put together a video sometime in the near future that breaks down a sequence of your favorite tricks and transitions? That would be amazing, kind of like a flow session. A short choreography for us to work on, please. Thanks for all you do. Thank you for all you do. That's actually a really cool idea. I've never thought about people wanting that. But quick thing on ghosting. I don't want to get into it too much because we do have a lot of information on it, and we are working on the index, so you guys can go back and we can reference you to different videos, so you can watch things over and over again to learn them. But ghosting, it looks like this. And pretty much what it is you have to know how to do an isolation, and then you take your other hand, and you don't actually grab the hoop, just kind of trace over it. I suggest leaving your hand open and just kind of mimicking the movement it will make, and then you can start figuring out how much pressure you want to give the hoop. And when you get to your hand, you just kind of slide it over, kind of like magic. And then you can do things like that. That's just an ISO kind of pop with that same tracing movement. Jenna, do you have anything you feel like you need to add on to that?
Nope, you pretty much got it. We've talked about it a lot, so go watch other Hooping Live episodes.
Yeah, we'll get the index put up. I know it's, we've had so many shows now, but I will definitely put together a video like that for sure. I do have like a tricks and transition kind of video on my channels. What it's called, like my best. What is it, Craig?
I think it's 10 best hooping
Yeah, and
tricks.
there are several actually of your instructional videos on the Hooping Live website. So if they go there, there's a section in there with several of your tutorials in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, okay, so yeah, just check out the hoopinglive.com and you can check out the YouTube channel. So I'm going to take this as the last comment for the night. Sapphic Fierce. I'm not even going to try with that one. I am trying to learn how to do off-body tricks, but I feel like my arms are too weak. I can't hold the hoop in place too well. It flops around. Did it take a lot of practice, or is my hoop too heavy for me? But then it would be harder for me to do on-body. If I'm still just a beginner too? Yes, your hoop might be too heavy for you. I had that problem too. Like I said, having a lighter hoop and a heavier hoop is good. And even finding that kind of middle ground for that stuff, it's just being a beginner, you'll get through this stuff, guys. I promise. I promise. I remember being like, when I first started hooping, I would watch videos and say, I'll never get there. And it takes time and practice and believing in yourself. I know that's like super cheesy, but it's true. You just gotta don't give up. a lot of people give up after they realize that like it gets harder. So don't do that. But like this is my medium ground hoop. Sometimes I like it a little bigger too, and a little heavier. But 32 inches is how much I like to hoop with typically. And yeah. So Jenna, do you want to add anything onto that? Jenna? Okay, so how about them Royals?
Audrey, do you want to mention the Flowfest again, the dates, the information on how people find out about that? Because we're getting some comments here about the Flowfest.
Oh, we do? Okay. Yes, so Flowfest is let me pull up the exact information on it. It's October I think 10th through the 12th. And what it is a really cool event that is in a place called...
Maybe their website address if you know it?
Yes, FloridaFlowFest.com. If you guys want to go check it out, you can. It's going to be really cool. Baxter's going to be there for Hoop Path, and Bonnie will be there. I'm going to be there. We have a lot of really, really cool people coming to do the show, or to do the show, to help teach and learn, and it's a lot of fun. It's very, very community-based, so all flow artists are welcome. It's all sorts of flow art, so it'll be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys can make it. If you're in the Florida area, I think a lot of people are carpooling too, so maybe you can contact people, do stuff like that. If you have any questions, you can always contact Cassandra. She was on the show last week. She's awesome. She's really good at communicating about the festival. She's super generous, and yes. So Jenna, you're back with us. Did you want to answer that question?
I'm sorry, about Florida Flowfest or about...
Oh, about what we were saying before you got cut off.
Oh, yeah, just with your hoops, like have one for on body and off body, like Audrey said, and it just takes time to find what you're comfortable with. And like Audrey was saying earlier, I think a lot of hoopers go through the whole, I need to hoop with the thinnest, smallest, lightest, most lightning little hoop ever, because that's what's going to make me good. And I thought that too for a while. I got like a 28-inch inside diameter helix for my first smart hoop, and that thing was tiny. Huh?
Say 20 inches?
28.
Okay.
No, not 20 inches. Oh my god, that'd be a mini at that point. Like, that's not an on-body hoop.
I'm so small, I don't even hoop.
Yeah, I have it around my finger, just like, yeah, this is the new thing now.
Who needs it? That's funny. Cool. Is that okay? Awesome. Well, Jenna, do you want to go ahead and wrap up and tell people where they can find out more about you?
Yeah, for sure. As I said, I'm Jenna. If you ever want to like contact me on Facebook or Instagram or Tumblr, Twitter, like every social media ever, I'm pretty much on all of them. You can. I think the easiest way now is to go to hoopinglive.com and click on my name in the side. Create links, or the link to my flavors page, which has all my links and yada yada. Feel free to shoot me a message if you have questions about anything that I post or anything that I do in my videos. I try really hard to respond to them. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, Jenna. You're my #1 in life. Craig, you're 1.5. It's just because you're a boy. Just kidding. Okay, but yeah, so guys, thank you so much for watching. There was a lot of comments, and I will get back to them, I promise. And like I said, we will sort through all the messages, and so don't be mad at Jenna didn't answer.
One more announcement before you wrap. One more thing before you wrap. Are you going to do the meeting next week for the team?
Yes. So if you guys are interested in being on part, I don't know why I'm doing this. If I'm gonna sit on my hands. If you're interested in being, no, I'm not. Part of the Hooping Live team, you can go on to the Hooping Live website and click the application form button that is there, and you can fill it out, and we will go through them. And then we also are going to have meetings after the show. We are not having one tonight, but next week we are, where you can come in and you can it's almost like an interview. It's like a team meeting / interview. So next week we are having that, so feel free to pop in, fill in a form thing and send it to us. And you don't even have to if you don't want to, but there are some good questions that we do want to know the answer to. So yeah, we'll hopefully see you guys next week for that if you're interested in being part of the Hooping Live team. And with that, I am Audrey, obviously. And thank you for watching tonight. There was a great amount of you, and we will, I already said that. We will get back to comments, so I promise. There were a lot of them, and a lot of really good ones. So you guys are on top of it, I'm telling you. You all are the best viewers any show could ever have. And I mean that. So, yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next week here on Hooping Live.